This is Ryan Grulich and John Campopiano from Georgie, Rockin' with Guts podcast.
Hey!
Yeah, that's what's up,
Hey,
man.
fellas, appreciate y'all, man.
You know, there's some horror goons. I'm Zano the Vision. Your boy ATX and Space Viking.
Yes, me.
I'm trying to figure shit out. This changed my life forever. Yes.
Hey, welcome to Guts Podcast. It's Zano the Vision.
It's your boy Space Viking. What's
Look,
up?
yeah, it's me and this motherfucker.
What's up, everybody?
Hey, y'all. Good to
We talking about I to the T to the I to the T to the I to the T to the it.
This shit never gets old. A big fucking scary, demonic,
Fucking Pennywise.
looking clown. It will always be scary. And
Yeah.
Stephen
That
King.
was dope, man.
Anything coming out of Stephen King's brain is gonna be it's like a different type of scary. It's like a scary that's seasoned and it knows.
They
how to
definitely
scare
put
you.
on for their city.
I love clowns.
Me too. I got a clown tatted. I got a clown tatted on me.
Why is that funny, man?
Cause we're just going on about it.
Hey.
I love clowns.
Clowns are dope.
Hey, you know what the best part about clowns is? Clown sex.
Oh Jesus.
Clowns are dope.
Oh,
Yeah.
bro, check this out. So,
No.
when I was in the Air Force, right?
Oh my god.
Here we go.
Oh,
So there I
listen.
was.
They
Yeah,
go to
I
Air
was
Force porn.
stationed at Pensacola NAS, right?
Oh yeah, that's where you
And
got raped that.
before
folks.
I left to go to the Air Force, I had this homeboy that had a bodega, and his bodega was going out of... No, listen. His
Nobody
bodega
cares.
was going out of things, so I had this suitcase. It was a big
Uh-oh.
old duffel bag full of porn. I'm telling you, I had about 2,000 porn magazines.
He's
And
incriminating
it was
himself,
everything.
folks.
So I was like...
His name is Kent Duplantis. He's of sound mind.
When I got out of basic training, the one thing I did on my way to tech school is I went home and got that fucking suitcase of porn.
God damn
and I
it.
brought it with me, and I was slinging porno magazines in the dorms.
Oh yeah, hear that?
And bro, I came in one day and my staff sergeant was like, "Look, tech sergeant needs to see you right now." And I walked up in that bitch, and when I walked in, across his desk was 2 magazines of clown porn spread open. Like,
Hey,
son,
so
what
if
the fuck
anybody
are you
has
doing
a
in
porn
these
from
dorms?
Kent Duplantis from back in the Air Force
You've
base,
now tuned into Clown Porn Stories
Mail
by
it to
Kent
us,
Duplantis.
please.
Sorry about that.
mail it to us, please. Hey, it was a dope movie. To me, what made it real dope was the 4DX, man. I ain't gonna lie, 4DX been saving boys' asses.
Are we gonna... you just got fucking tobacco all over the
God
goddamn floor,
damn,
you idiot.
man.
Hey, so are we gonna talk about the dope ass interview too?
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're talking about it right now.
Okay, so we're making an it episode because we interviewed the 2 dope ass motherfuckers,
Yeah.
Ryan and John.
They did Georgie.
They did the short film Georgie, which asked the question, what if Georgie from the original It comes back?
Yeah.
And they had 2 actors from the original It movie, so
Yeah, it was dope, man.
stay tuned for the end of this bullshitting session about clown porn to hear that interview.
Yeah, it was a
Shout out to the homies Ryan and
It was
John
like
too.
it was a short film. So
Yeah, it was dope.
It was dope.
And it was featured. Fangoria featured it, so it's pretty sick.
very animated, very
It's a sick movie. Go check it out.
Yeah, it's dope, man.
Called
Y'all
Georgie.
gotta-
You can find it online.
Did the dude that played the old Georgie play the If Georgie Came
Yeah.
Back, or did he just do
Yeah.
a cameo or something?
No, he played
was,
Georgie.
He was the Georgie if he came
and
back.
he was like a grown ass Georgie, and
Yeah.
it was good. It was good, man.
Yeah, it was dope.
It was cool. I like short films because they're short and they're good.
Even if they suck, it doesn't matter. It's not an hour out of your fucking day.
Yeah, but I think it requires an extra amount of talent to fucking freak you out in 10 minutes as
It was
opposed to
dope.
you got 2
watch,
hours.
you
to
can
freak
watch
you
it
out.
on your lunch break.
Dude, I watched it like once at work, and then I watched it like right before we interviewed them again just to double check it out. Shit hits for
it was
10 minutes long. Yeah. So shout out to homies Ryan and John, man.
I appreciate y'all, man.
Thanks for coming on. So, anyways, we thought we'd make this an It episode.
Yeah, why
Yes.
We would talk about the new It 2.
You float down here.
The new It 2, which was fucking 12 hours long.
Yeah.
That shit was.
Did you go see that with us, Kent?
Nope.
No.
I watched it on the Cody app.
That shit went
bootleg.
on and on.
Yeah.
That
I got
shit-
Zano's
it was dope though.
This clown had half a wig.
microphone.
Who?
Okay, fine.
He had half a wig on his bootleg, man.
Hey, the movie was dope. I liked it, but it was fucking so long, man.
Yeah, they drug ass.
That's one
man.
thing I
You know how
cannot
hard
stand,
dude. You know how hard it is for me to sit still that long.
But that's what I'm saying. 4DX saved that shit. I couldn't imagine sitting in like a regular seat for 3.5 hours. That 4DX kept it moving, kept the water splashing. Them rain scenes was dope as hell.
That's one thing I don't like about newer movies. It seems to be normal that it's normal that a movie's 2 hours and 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That's a long fucking. Back
That's
in
a
the day,
long movie.
like how long you think Friday the 13th Part 3 is?
Like an
Probably
hour.
an hour and a half,
Yeah,
right?
something like that.
Hour
It
15
tops.
minutes. Yeah.
But it doesn't
Yeah,
take long.
Texas Chainsaw is 90 minutes long.
Yeah, it doesn't take long because like they made more of a
If I'm
story.
wrong, fight me.
They made more of a story about it, so you knew it was going. If 3 hours, it's like
Yeah.
it's not finna just jump. They jumped into it though. They had the good scene at the beginning, then they kind of like let's drag their ass a little
Yeah.
bit.
So the 5 guts factors: 1, keep us off the phone.
I can't say it did all that.
It's impossible with a 3-hour movie to
Yeah,
keep
I'm
you off
looking
my
at my
phone.
phone.
But
like I said,
the story was good.
The 4DX
4DX helped it.
kept the moving chairs. It
I
kept
liked the characters.
suspense.
I
Yeah.
thought John Hader was pretty good. Or what's his name? Bill Hader?
all of
John
them,
Hader?
all
Bill
of them pretty much
Bill
looked like
Hader.
themselves, which I thought was dope.
Yeah, at least they looked like their kid versions.
What was crazy about old girl, man, she kept getting her ass whooped all the way into her adulthood. Like her dude just beat
Beat
her
her
ass.
fucking ass. Huh?
Yeah,
Yeah, I was like, damn.
I liked it,
She
but
took them punches, man.
you know what was dope about the old one? They had the dude from fucking Three's Company, man.
Who? Which one?
The Parenthood dad.
oh yeah,
Or not
yeah.
Parenthood,
Parenthood.
Problem Child.
Oh, John Ritter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
John Ritter, man. I think, I don't know.
Ritter. How the hell was
John
that?
Ritter.
He was in the OG one, the original.
He's in the original one.
Okay, I'm like, damn.
Yeah,
he's dead right
I
now.
think,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
No, I'm right?
I don't know.
Fuck it.
I know he's dead now.
So I'm like, damn, where did he pop up at?
Died
Okay.
of Parkinson's or some shit, right?
That
Either
sucks.
that or he killed himself.
Something,
One of the
man.
Yeah, wow, great. So, the story
Someone
carried.
fight me.
I know, right?
So the story carried good. Fuck. You know, even though it was fucking 12 hours too long.
But it was dope, like when he was telling everybody, like after 27 years, when they saw that area code come up, they're like, oh shit. Each one of them had a different take on when they answered the phone. One of them threw up. One of them just went and shot. One of them killed themselves.
Yeah.
He was like, man, I'm not even finna go through that shit.
So,
wasn't-
oh
I
yeah,
mean-
that was sick.
Yeah,
how
he
he killed
slit his
himself.
wrist and shit.
I'll go ahead and say it's not nearly as good as the first one.
Nah.
I
I ain't gonna lie, I like the part.
don't know, dude.
I
If
like
you go
that-
back and watch the first one, oh, you mean the first
new one.
new one? Yeah, no, the first new one was way better.
Yeah, the first
Fire,
movie was
bro.
dope, but I like the fact that they added each individual had their own scene of going get caught up by themselves.
It was a good complimentary piece.
Yeah,
So yeah, do you have any grape pop?
Yeah.
So it had
that Paul Bunyan scene was sick.
so off the rip.
It drug ass.
Yeah,
man.
it drug. It didn't pop off the rip.
Well, it did. It had
It's
that
a story
first,
that you get into.
It had that first scene where they beat them two dudes up.
Oh, yeah.
and then Pennywise found them at the other side of the river and ate
Yeah.
them and shit.
That new Pennywise is fucking good.
Yeah.
I'm still a Tim Curry good dude.
Yeah, but the reason I like the one thing that this new Pennywise has that Tim Curry had is it's almost like it's like you don't know.
He's animated.
Well, you don't know if it's a boy or a girl, really.
Yeah.
He has feminine qualities and man qualities.
Yeah.
Tim Curry was like
He's
that.
back on that porn.
We like to call that a he she.
Yeah.
He's back on that porn. Folks.
The old dick and snatch.
What's it called? Androgynous.
There you go. Look at you.
Yeah,
Where
yeah.
have you been
See
this
that?
week?
That's
I
that
fucking
Uber.
learned that shit.
That
Driving Uber.
Holy
Driving Uber got him
shit.
talking to people.
Yeah, no
fuck
shit.
outta here.
So
This androgynous
creepy
shit.
/ scary vibes. Yeah,
Yeah,
It
definitely creepy.
it came with the creepy. I felt like
Man, I'm telling you, that Paul Bunyan when he looked up at him and then it was
Yeah.
Pennywise.
yeah,
Like, damn, dog.
yeah, that was dope. And then
That old lady too in the house. That shit was creepy as hell.
yeah, I'm trying to remember what else happened. It was so fucking long.
There's so much shit.
Everything happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
That's
think
how
of
long it
something.
was.
I felt like it was
Everything
like-
happened. It's like these motherfuckers, they had to show everybody coming from way the fuck. They had to show all these little details of all.
But what was dope was like 27 years and they all forgot about it. Except the black dude because he stayed there. But when they went back, Pennywise was getting them off the rip. Because it was like showing them shit. They like, oh, they was like that first scene when they was eating at the table. And he started making all that stuff come to life and all that. I was like, oh yeah, he getting their ass, man.
Yeah. The 4 kills.
Yeah, the kills were dope.
I don't remember the
kills. Well, the first kill when he ate the dude from the river.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
Fucking swallowed that boy.
Yeah.
Then he killed. Then old boy killed himself.
Oh yeah, the mullet guy.
Yeah. Then old boy. Yeah, that dude was
the
a killer.
Guy. Yeah, that was fucking cool, man.
And even at the end, when the little nerdy dude ran up on him and Pennywise hit him one time. He thought he had him. Boy ended that boy, man. That was pretty dope, man.
Yeah, that was pretty dope. So kills.
Kills was cool.
Yeah, it was cool from what I remember. And 5 ending.
It's like
you didn't know it was over.
Yeah, no.
God,
shit.
It was like hurry the fuck
like,
up.
Yeah, he was like, come on and get over.
Like, okay, do the ceremony.
Yeah.
Pack the kids in the car and get the fuck out of here.
Load up the station wagon and get the fried chicken in there.
Fucking stop by Popeyes and get a 2-piece and break ass.
Back in the days, you was eating.
Get your narrow ass in the fucking car.
That was that homemade chicken days.
Yep.
Popeyes was like.
Took 33 minutes.
Popeyes
to
was
cook
like Papa Do's back in the days. I was at Popeyes. You're like, damn, y'all rich.
Y'all got it good today.
Yeah.
Shit.
Like shit.
So that brings us to the real question: Chick-fil-A or Popeyes chicken sandwich?
Oh, I haven't had the Popeyes one.
It's not even a question. It's not even a question.
Chick-fil-A got that shit.
Chick-fil-A got that shit. Chick-fil-A got that shit so much that Popeyes is low-key bowing down. Because if you go to every Popeyes right now, they're like, we don't got it. The reason that they don't have it, my conspiracy theory is these hoes is running.
They run it from that competition.
What if it's a secret government conspiracy designed to create a zombie super chicken race?
Everybody
Return of the Chicken Dad.
I just noticed Wendy's popped their ass up the other day with a chicken. I said, y'all been having a chicken.
Yeah,
they threw bacon on their shit and everything. I was like, oh yeah, y'all are out of there.
If you want to know how to never eat a chicken sandwich again,
go to churches.
Watch what was the movie we watched? Poltergeist.
Oh yeah, fuck that movie.
Poltergeist.
And we didn't even watch that movie. That movie was DOA.
That was one of my fuckery picks.
Yeah.
Anyways,
DOA.
so
it was dope, man. I'm telling you, go see it if you haven't seen it.
What do you give it on the rating system?
Yeah, paper cut. I wasn't amused, dog.
Yeah.
I wasn't amused. I was like, okay.
See, the thing, I saw it not in 4DX. I saw it at my house.
Oh, yeah. You
myself.
really was like, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
it was alright.
It was alright, man. I'm telling you, it's just drug ass, man. It's like, dude.
It's like, I can't wait till this movie's over so I go feed my dog.
No shit.
Yeah.
But what happened was, it was like, okay, when they showed the first, like, older person, like, going through their series, you're like, okay, everybody finna get their own little thing of what's finna happen. I think the chick, and I forgot her boy name, got it the worst. Because that old lady was creepy. And she's like, that ended up being Pennywise, like, great-great-granddaughter or something.
I tell you what, I'm never going to watch it again.
That lady was weird.
Creepy.
But you know what?
I'm never going to watch it
again. At home, it might be different like it was the last time.
Last time when we saw it in the theaters, I was like, eh.
Yeah, then you saw it at home.
And then when we saw it at home, I was like, oh shit, this snaps off. But dude, I can't make that commitment of 3 hours again.
Fuck all that.
That's a movie you watch, stop it, come back, and watch the rest of the next hour.
That's a movie.
You need intermission.
When you bring a chick to the house, you cut that on because you know.
Oh yeah, like when it's over, bitch, you gotta go.
You know she's gonna get bored, so you can smash her.
You can bust two and still get 30 minutes.
But you like once this movie's over, you've been here too long.
You can bust two and still catch it in time for the credits.
No shit.
For me, I could bust two and there's still the beginning.
Fuck yeah, man.
So it too.
It was
Guts
okay.
Boys give it a.
Go see it, man.
As a matter of fact, I'm gonna say it. The new It can go fuck itself.
Woo! The new It can go butt fuck itself.
Pennywise, you're losing, baby.
Yeah. It's just because it was too long. They fucked up. It was
too long.
The people that did it. They fucked up. But maybe that's just us.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people out there they love it.
But
man.
I do like to think that
But
in
a lot
this
of people
group
said
we
that.
cover a big ground of horror fans
Yeah.
of like people that are into different things for different reasons.
Sure.
And all of us are saying go fuck itself. So
Here's the thing about me. I've never seen a horror movie that I just fucking hated. You know what I hate? Like dramas and romantic comedies. Every horror movie on the face of the earth, I don't hate. I love horror, man.
there's one
Like,
movie I can't stand.
What is that?
Hereditary. I hate that fucking.
Oh yeah.
Ooh,
Well,
finally.
yeah. See, I
Hereditary
don't.
sucked.
I thought it was way overrated, but I don't hate it. Like, you know what I fucking hate? Shit like Hitch and shit like
Oh
that.
yeah, the Notebook
The
and shit
Witch.
like
The
that.
Notebook. Fucking kill me with the Notebook, dude.
Yeah.
That fucking movie
That's not
sucks.
horror, so
that
of
fucking
course
movie
it does.
sucks ass. Anyways,
I hate fucking.
I hate shit like
We
that.
got mail.
There is no. Yeah. Fucking. You know, I'll tell you right now.
You know what
You can
movies
tell
I do
Tom
like?
Hanks I said I want to fight.
I like shit like dramas though. I like shit like
I like gangster movies.
lawyer dramas or gangster movies
Yeah, that's cool.
and shit.
Yeah.
I like shit like that. But
That's different. You know
that
what's
old
gonna
floaty
happen.
shit.
Yeah.
But that, like again, that shit's not made for us. The Notebook. That's made for a
Notebooks.
chick to drag a dude into to be
Yeah.
like, "Come on, please," and,
he-
him to say,
he gonna
"Yeah."
fake cry.
That's why I don't have a girlfriend.
Yeah,
He gonna
that's
fake
it.
cry to get some pussy. So
And all of a
it's going
sudden-
down.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
sticking the
She be
chip.
like, "Oh my god, he's crying." I'm
So
gonna
guy's
give
like,
him.
you know what? After watching this movie, I really realized that I love you.
Yeah.
2 weeks later, why is there a bump on my vagina?
Yeah.
Bitch, gotcha.
Oh,
I told you to let me put it in your butt.
Pennywise.
This is what happens when you don't listen to me.
Things have taken a turn for the worse.
Every
I guess.
time something's so long, I'm gonna just start saying Pennywise. That means it's time to go.
Yeah, no shit.
So, anyways, I guess that brings us to Shoes of the Week.
And I don't have none.
Shoes of the Week.
And we don't have
And
none.
then the Shoes of the Week.
Yeah, we always got shoes of the week.
What
What,
you got?
came out this fucking week?
Those
That
new
was
Jordans.
Dope in
Motherfucker.
effects. No, damn. Well, they got these. They got a bunch of shit. Let me tell you like this.
Oh shit, here
A
we go.
bunch of
This
shit
is how he
coming.
starts off. When he starts off, let me tell you like this, you
Oh.
know he's full of shit.
A bunch of shit is coming around October, November, December. So parents, get your pocketbooks ready. I know in November and December they coming out with the patent leather red Jordans again. Those things are fucking nice. But they coming out with some 10s. I gotta find a day. We're gonna shoot it to some 10s. There's some forest green 10s that coming out.
The ones that you showed me?
Yeah, the 10. No, not the army ones. They all white with green at the bottom.
Ew.
Yeah, it's wild. But they have the Shadow the Backboards are coming out pretty soon. That comes out in October. They look like crazy pad leather. It's a bunch of shoes. I'm just throwing random shoes out there for like get your pocketbooks ready month. Like these months finna come up with different kind of shit. And I think Stranger Things might be coming out with something else.
Fuck yeah.
Have
Which
you ever
is-
heard of the
which is-
Nike Joyride?
Nike Joyride. Let me see. Oh yeah, that look gay, but okay. Yeah, but it's definitely gonna have some. It's definitely this.
What about the Retro 12s?
Yeah, which ones? That's the ones I was talking about too. What's crazy about the Retro
Black and
12s?
blue,
They
navy
are
blue
black
color.
and blue when they come out. I think they came out this weekend or they come out
September
tomorrow.
21st.
So they come out tomorrow, but what's crazy, all the people thought they were black with the leather blue. These are black with suede, which is gonna be nuts. They come out tomorrow.
Oh shit, they are.
Yeah, bro, and I think they're like $190. The Jordan 12s, of course, everybody know that's like the reverse flu game. The flu game was black and red. These are black and blue. Everybody know that's not Chicago Bulls colors, but they gonna be sick, man. I don't know. I think they first come, first serve. Most time when it's first come, first serve, it's really not a like people not rushing to get
They
them.
got a red trim and metallic.
But they gonna buy them, of
too.
course, and StockX gonna raise the price, of course. So if you don't get your pair, definitely get
Yeah,
your
they're
pair.
jumping at 190 right now.
They 190 right now, so they might, if they get them and you don't have them, they gonna bump like 225 or something. But what's crazy about the 12s, man? What I realized, history note, when Jordan was just doing his Jordan thing, he wasn't with Nike Air. They was like kind of uncomfortable and heavy. Came back out with Nike Air. Every time you wear it, it's comfortable now. You can actually feel like the difference of a shoe. Even the ones and all that are comfortable now. But the black and blue comes out Saturday with the suede trimming, and they're gonna be fly. And that's Zano's wild pick shoes of the week.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one. I mean,
Yeah, they dope, man. I like them. I like them, man. 190. If we wasn't going out of town, shit, we might be 190 and on our feet. No telling. I don't know.
which means we're going out of town for a good reason, motherfuckers. We're not telling y'all right now, but wait till you hear what
Yeah,
we
wait
got
till we have in store for that. So we got fuckery with Space Viking.
Fuckery. Welcome to Fuckery, baby.
Fuckery time.
What we got?
This week on Fuckery, I picked Easter Bunny Bloodbath.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking Easter Bunny Bloodbath is a tale about this cat named Peter McKay.
Oh, yeah.
Who watched his fucking sister get murked by their dad in an Easter Bunny costume on Easter morning 20 years ago. Flash forward 20 years, he is willed the house.
So that kid was supposed to be like 28 in that house?
Some shit, yeah. I forgot, or something. I don't know what he was, 25.
So he was the little kid at the beginning.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Gotcha.
And so, flash forward, he gets willed his dad's house, or his parents' house. I don't know what the fuck. But anyways, he shows up back to the old house with all his fucking friends to have Easter weekend.
Justin Bieber.
But they don't really know what's up except for his wife. So he's got a chicken, she pregnant. And there's a pit bull in the back and she pregnant.
Everybody pregnant.
Everybody pregnant.
Mutant fried chicken is pregnant.
You got
a crackhead in the corner, she pregnant.
Got a orangutan in the corner, she pregnant. So anyways, he shows up, but his chick knows kind of the deal, but no one else knows. But so they're all hanging out at the house, and fucking there's a kid who's like this whack ass rapper, and he has like this whack ass. So it's like Justin Bieber, but he has like an Oompa Loompa voice, you know. And anyways, he does this whack freestyle, but he starts fucking with him and like telling this fucking scary stories of the Easter Bunny and all this shit, and it kind of fucks with him, you know. Well, he fucking starts seeing the Easter. He sees the Easter Bunny kill his friend, and he put her head in the boiling water, and then the Easter Bunny stomped her head out. Then, so he's like, the Easter Bunny's getting in there. Well, it turns out it's him, and he's lost his fucking mind. He kills everyone in the house, including his chick. He takes her baby out and puts it in a trash can, and it's like this plastic ass thing in a trash can because the budget sucks. Like the original setting of the movie, it said it was like 1960 something or something. I don't know. And there's like a Toyota Corolla in the driveway. You know what I'm saying? And then so they're supposed to be in the 80s, and they're in the 80s, but there's anyways. Easter Bunny Bloodbath. It's fucking horrible.
It's not to be confused with the 2006 hit release Easter Bunny Kill Kill or the 2011 hit release Bunny Man. We're not talking about those.
No. Yeah.
Have to check out Bunny Man.
We gotta check. Yeah, and there's another one called Serial Rabbit. So apparently there's a lot of fucking horror movies about the Easter Bunny.
I know, right? They want to make
a lot of horror movies about everything.
Yeah, man. Well,
I guess they figure like, you want some Easter Bunny in your room and shit, or you want the Meg, we're going to make a horror movie out of
Bro, you know what I want to do an episode on? I want to do an episode on Dr. Giggles.
Hell yeah.
Dr. Giggles the shit.
Dr. Giggles
Fuck that dude was creepy.
Dr. Giggles is the jam, dude.
Dr. Giggles was wild.
He's also Robert Durant on Darkman, or whatever his name was.
It was fucking crazy.
Yeah, that cat was the cat from Darkman with Liam Neeson. I've got a 15-inch Irish cock. So... Random. So, anyways, that's fuckery. Hey,
Jesus.
Christ.
So
thanks for listening to us.
Yeah, and thanks for old boys for coming on.
Yeah, appreciate the interview.
Oh man, I forgot, man. I gotta give a special shout out.
Special shout out time.
Yeah, to my homie at Crap Horror.
Crap Horror. Appreciate you, bro, for the t-shirts, man. You've been rocking with us heavy.
Yeah, man. For real, just want to do a super shout out.
Get it out.
Also to my homie Seth at More Horror, and so you can follow him at More Horror, but my homie at Crap Horror, man. Y'all go give him a follow. That's my homie. Super. I don't know if I should.
What do they do?
He's just got a badass Instagram page, and he bought
dope ass page. You ought to see his room.
the
man.
homie
It's
Be
fucking
Twisted.
lit.
He bought. Yeah, he's got a sick lair, man. We got to do a podcast there one day. But thank you for your support, homie. He's bought a few Gut shirts, and just thank you everyone who's been buying the shirts.
Shout out to our girl Lindsay in Japan, man. You've been rocking with us too,
Yeah.
man.
Thanks for everyone who's been
Supporting
yeah,
our shit. Even y'all like sending us messages or like liking. I like when motherfuckers will come and they'll just find it and they'll like 50 of the posts in a row and just
Lindsay
blow up
in
the shit.
Japan.
It's fucking so dope.
You're rocking with us.
I
Your
appreciate
hoodie's
you
coming,
guys,
baby
man.
girl.
Yeah. So anyway, shout out to the homie Be Twisted at Crap Horror. Give him a follow. Go follow the homie at More Horror. And so if you like what we're doing, please help us out by sharing this.
Yes.
And
Be on Spotify and iTunes.
we
real
want to
soon.
make Guts better for y'all. We're doing all this shit on an iPhone.
Okay,
if you buy-
so that's Zano the Vigi.
If you buy a shirt though, we can one day get a microphone, and maybe one day we
Giving
can.
the people our skills.
Anyways, help some poor motherfuckers out and help us grow the show, and so we can get microphones and actually sound professional.
And then go in one day, build it up, start doing more live shows, and eventually go on tour. And if you're in Japan, or you're in Ohio, or you're in Iowa, or
We'll
you're
pull
in
up
Kansas,
on your city.
We'll pull up in
Here's
that
the thing:
motherfucker.
we will come stay on your couch.
Yeah.
We'll come move
stay
in
on
with
the
you.
couch. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We'll give you foot rubs.
Yeah.
We'll do everything.
Don't be acting
We'll go to your
too many
local
foot rubs.
library, set it on fire, and shoot everyone that comes out.
Yeah.
All right, so that's Zano the Vigi.
It's your boy Space Viking.
It's low key as me.
This is Guts.
Hey, man, it's Ryan.
What's
Hey,
up?
what's up?
It's Saturday. How about you guys?
Shit, welcome to Guts, man.
Yeah, welcome to Guts, homie.
Well, thanks for having me. Hey, I got my partner John on hold. I'm going to merge him in right now, okay?
Yeah, bring him
Okay.
on through.
Cool.
Okay, we'll do. John, you there? Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, what's
Cool.
up, John?
Yo, welcome to Guts, homie.
What's up, man?
Hey, so first of all, we fucking dug Georgie, man. That shit was lit. Will y'all tell our listeners who y'all are? Like Ryan
I'm sorry?
Grulich. Yeah, like on the phone we have Ryan Grulich and John. What's your last name, bro?
Oh, Campopiano.
Okay, cool. And so y'all made the film Georgie, which
Yes. we did.
which is lit for spooky kids like us, man, because it brings the question of like, what if Georgie comes back, type of thing. And
Yeah.
dude, yeah, that shit. And what I loved about it, tons of things, but y'all got two of the OG IT cast members in the movie.
Yes, we did. We had Ben Heller and Tony Dakota, or Tony DiPiano, depending on what he's going by these days, who played the original Georgie, child actor.
That's
And
sick.
Ben Heller played Stan Uris in the original miniseries, so it was like super treat to have them, and I think they made the film.
No doubt.
That was awesome.
Yeah, it would, man. When I watched, I was like, yes. I loved, lots of shit I love, and we'll go into it. But so Ryan, you directed it, and Ryan, you and Josh, y'all both wrote it.
Yeah, John and I co-wrote the piece, and I did direct it out here in Seattle, Washington, and it was a super fun process for both of us.
Dude, so obviously, y'all were probably super huge IT fans back in the day and now. So how do you come together and just like, yo, man, we want to make this movie? Like, what sparks it off for y'all?
I'm going to let John take that one.
Cool, yeah. So the way that it started, I'll back up just a little bit. So since 2017, I've been working on a documentary about the miniseries called Pennywise: The Story of It. And part of that documentary is that we've been interviewing all the cast and crew from the miniseries. And one of the guys we obviously had to interview was Tony, who played Georgie. And I ended up finding Tony, making contact with him sort of later on in the production. when we were home from LA and Vancouver, and found that he was in the Seattle area. And so I was looking for a filmmaker to basically get the interview shot for us, and was connected with Ryan. And one of the questions that we asked Tony in his interview for the documentary was, would you ever want to get back into acting? Because he hadn't acted in like 20 plus years. And he said, yeah, I would love to get back into acting. I just don't know how. It's been so long. I wouldn't even know where to begin. And so the idea kind of struck us, what if we wrote a short film for Tony, and gave him an opportunity to get back in front of the camera, put a little money in his pocket, and, okay, well, what would that look like? And so the idea was, well, why don't we bring him back and reprise his role as Georgie, which we knew fans like ourselves would love to see. And then we, in a matter of weeks, really just wrote it and put it together. And so that's how the idea began.
That's awesome, because I'm just thinking about the fact, like, everybody comes back to life, so why not Georgie? That's what I thought when I first saw it. I'm like, shit, everybody else popping up out the sewers. I'm like, shit, go ahead and let Georgie do his thing, too, because he was a vital character, too, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. I mean, it was funny when we first kind of like announced the project, because we crowdfunded it. We'd raised a little bit of money to sort of like shoot it and pay Tony and make the thing happen. And one of the kind of the criticisms that we were getting from a lot of IT fans was, well, Tony, Georgie died in the book. He died we know that he died. So like, how could he come back? And we had this idea of, well, it's not actually Georgie, right? I mean, it's Pennywise portraying himself. He's a shapeshifter. And so it's Pennywise taking the shape of Georgie. So it's really sort of like a haunting of Sharon Denbrough, the mother of Georgie and Bill. And so that's kind of how we got around, the fact of, well, of course the character is dead. So how could it be him? That's kind of how we got around it. So,
bro,
yeah, there was really only one way to do it, right? And I've said this a couple of times, but when the idea first started kind of germinating, it was like, for me, it was like going through a list of things you cannot do with this character. And the first one was like, well, what if Georgie just limps back in one-armed for Thanksgiving dinner? Like, how does this guy come back? Are we making a comedy? Are we making something that's, supposed to be straight up, like horrific, kind of more gore-based, edgier? And we landed on this kind of art house kind of, the term John and I were using while we were writing was fever dream. And that's basically what it turns out to be, is this just sort of art house psychedelic fever dream about, reimagining Pennywise and his return, using Georgie as, sort of a vehicle to consume the mother.
Yeah.
We wanted it to feel like, when you're up all night and it's like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and then you put a horror movie on and you're just like, you don't know which way is up or down, and you're just kind of that's kind of how we wanted it to feel.
Y'all executed that shit perfectly, man. Yeah, and of course, fuck what everyone else says. Someone's always got some smart shit to say. You know what I mean? But like, that shit was, dude. So my favorite part, man, and I don't know how y'all did this, but okay, so you see, Georgie appears, right, and then Meredith Binder shows up, and what was her character's name? I forgot the mom's name.
Sharon.
Yeah, Sharon. And all of a sudden, boom, it goes into animation, right?
Yeah, that was wild, man.
And then you see like the fucked up umbilical cord and all the thing. And then all of a sudden, boom, it comes back to Georgie, and his jaw like comes all out. Obviously, you can tell we're not, like too deep of thinkers. We're just looking at, his fucking jaw, bro. But
that's the fun part, though, right?
Dude, that shit was awesome, man. How did y'all do that? Was that like, I didn't even know? How does that happen?
So technically, it was pretty challenging. The idea was that Pennywise, like John mentioned earlier, he's a shapeshifter, and that's an old archetype, the trickster. He takes on different forms. He manipulates you. He manipulates reality to get at you and play with your, preconceptions about what's real and what isn't. And to me, as a reader when I was younger and as a viewer of the miniseries, that was always my favorite part of the Pennywise character, was how he was such a trickster and so deceptive. and really, like a boggart that played with your fears and turned them into something that would kill you. And so we tried to get away with doing that in the live action version of the short film. And it was incredibly complicated because we were limited by space, we were limited by time, and mostly we were limited by budget. That was shot on a super skinny budget. And so when we were going through the edit process, I was kind of banging my head against the wall. And I just happened to be on the phone with John on the freeway complaining about how difficult it was for this particular scene to come around. And he mentioned a Chevy Chase movie that had an animated sequence in it when they drop acid or get stoned or something, and it gets super weird. And some old kid, cartoons and stuff like that, man. And the idea just stuck. I'm really good friends with an animator who lives up here in the Northwest down in Olympia. Justice Bigger is his name. Her name, just I changed her identity. But yeah, so I called Justice and I was like, hey man, this is what we're trying to do. We have no money. Can you do it? He said, okay. We drafted up this bizarre sort of story, and kind of what I was going for was the umbilical cord is supposed to symbolize, Georgie's connection to his mother. And as the sequence comes to an end, he snaps that umbilical cord off and reveals himself to be Pennywise at that moment.
Yeah.
So there's some maternal stuff, some Oedipal stuff in there, and I guess there's a little bit of psychology at play there with how to establish the relationship between Georgie and his mom and then destroy it because he's about to destroy her. And then technically doing it was really challenging to get all of the frames to match to come in and out of the animation into live action, which is why it looks so spot on to come in and out. That took probably 20 or 30 hours to just get those two end points right. And then the animation took about a month.
Wow,
man, that blew us away, man. Yeah, because I was like, how did they do this? And
I caught a Creep Show vibe with it, because how Creep Show did the comic book and it brought it into the real, then it was into the comic book. I had that vibe with it, which I thought was pretty dope.
Yeah,
that's
man.
A great comparison.
Shout out to Justice, man. That shit was lit.
Dude. Very talented person.
Yeah,
no
that was
doubt.
Awesome.
That's the cool thing. So that's why I love cats like y'all that do this type of stuff, man. Because y'all, like you said, y'all didn't have no budget basically, and y'all come
pretty much.
Y'all come out and make something that punches me right in my happy place. You know what I mean? That's the kind of shit that spooky kids like us live for. I love creepy vibes. So we have our rating system is first thing for us.
Keep us off our phone.
You got to keep us off of our phone, man. It's hard.
Yeah.
Well, I'm addicted to all kinds of weird shit
that's
on the internet.
Factor to keep us off our phone, the off the rip factor, the
creepy vibes,
factor,
the kills and the ending. So that's how we rate movies. So it's hard to make a movie and with basically no budget and get it to compete with, someone an actual fist fight on YouTube or
I think too, to that point for sure, and I think I can speak for Ryan on this. That one of the things that I'm attracted to as a viewer of horror films is I'm really, as I've gotten older, I've been less interested in films that are just full of jump scares, what's around the corner and jumping out at you, but and more attracted to kind of anxiety and creating really dark, weird atmosphere.
Yeah.
And so, Georgie doesn't have really any of that jump out. I mean, the jaw thing is jarring, obviously, but it's not Georgie's not popping out from under a bed and we're not throwing these little things at the camera that's supposed to give you a jump. I mean, we wanted to create a kind of distorted, uncomfortable, anxiety-ridden atmosphere. I mean, at one point we were talking about putting books on the shelf in the living room about child death and how parents deal with losing a child. We were really trying to create a dark, weird environment. And I think, to me anyway, this is just me speaking personally, that's scarier.
Yeah, well, you executed it perfectly, because if you just see the Georgie jaw scene without setting up that atmosphere, it doesn't, it's like a slow build to that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it doesn't come across the same. So
right.
And it gets your attention,
Yeah, definitely.
So to me, well done, guys. Y'all killed it on the Georgie, and I saw Fangoria shared it.
Yeah, they hosted the digital premiere for us, which was you talk about punching in the happy place. Like, I know John and I both, and probably you guys, were the kids at the grocery store buying Fangoria in the checkout line in its heyday. And it was unreal. It was unreal for them to be like, yeah, we'll play your short film. It was like, wow. So that was really cool.
Yeah, no doubt. Actually, not to, offend Fangoria, but we were the kids that were stealing it.
Dude, they already sold it to the Winn-Dixie. They don't care.
Yeah. So yeah, man. No doubt. We were those kids. But so was it y'all's favorite growing up?
John?
It was one of mine, man. Yeah, I mean, I think, just trying to think of like the films that, I think as a kid, the way that I would have measured, I don't think like the idea of having a favorite film as a kid was something I was thinking about. I think the way that I probably would have measured that was how many times did I just rewatch something over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And it was definitely one of them. I mean, I grew up as an only child. I was like a skinny kid with asthma, so like I connected with that idea of sort of getting picked on, the idea of the Losers Club, and like I think I just sort of like I connected with those misfit kids.
No doubt.
And so whether you grew up heavy, whether you grew up skinny, whether you grew up whatever, disability of some kind, I think you kind of resonated, that sort of resonated with you a little bit. And so that was a movie I watched over and over and over and over again. So it was one of my favorites for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. The miniseries for me was like something that I would just watch when I had downtime. Like I remember being sick and renting it and watching it. I remember, like, you go to Blockbuster and just pull something. It was one of those things that I'd just come back to. I remember taping it when it came on and kind of playing the tape out to where it was screwed up.
Oh yeah, the good old days.
My favorite movie when I was a kid was Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Oh, okay.
But I love horror films of all kinds. And so this It miniseries is one of those things that I think for our generation, it hits kind of across the spectrum of people. Like it's not just kind of like freaks and weirdos. It's not the losers, only that like it. I mean, everybody is fluent with Pennywise, and it was just such a breakthrough. And I think largely that had to do with the quality of those child actors who we got to work with, a few of them throughout the different processes we're talking about here, and also Tim Curry. And those were big shoes to fill to even try to attempt to play with the character of Pennywise. Bill Skarsgård, no disrespect, he's done a great job, but we were looking at it from that original It universe. And I think that one of the super interesting things about Georgie was that, John has a screen-worn copy or a screen-worn costume from Curry. And we were able to integrate pieces of that into Tony's costume. And for Tony to put on the Pennywise costume was a really, for me, that was one of the coolest parts of the whole process from pre-production till now, was being in the basement of this weird old house with Tony as he was putting on the Pennywise costume and snapping on pieces that Curry had worn and just really getting into that character, because when he was a kid, Curry scared the crap out of him on set. and you'll have to watch the Pennywise documentary when it comes out to get the full story. But it was a pretty intense story, and Curry really scared him. And so when he got those pieces and snapped them on and came into that character, it was a little bit of a full circle moment for him, and it was pretty cool to direct him in that role and really just kind of work with him and pull that energy out of him. And I will say also that Tony brought it to that role. Yeah. And I think if he hadn't have, it would have looked cheesy and fake and forced and canned and all the stuff that you could throw at it. And I'm a super critical person even in my own work. But I really have to say that Tony did very well in that role of Pennywise. So it's kind of like one of those stories that goes across the spectrum, and it was really cool to be able to play with original characters and help re-envision it a little bit. That was a pretty special moment though.
No, talk about like bucket list shit.
I know, right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I remember just watching the original. I remember I watched it on TV, sitting next to my mom, when I was a little kid. And then when Tim Curry comes out,
it's fucking creepy as hell.
And dude,
shit.
Game over.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I was like,
And I love clowns, so that's what made it real crazy. Like, damn, he wasn't a happy clown.
Before I ever saw the miniseries, I remember our local video store in town. You know, going through the horror section, like walking down the horror aisle, was like an amazing experience because you saw all that amazing artwork on all the different VHSs, and they would have the 2-tape copy of it, and Pennywise, you know, Tim Curry was on the spine of the VHS, and I remember like not even wanting to walk past it as a little kid.
That's awesome.
Because it was like one of those pictures where his eyes followed you. You know, it was like one of those photos where like no matter where you walked, his eye. And I just remember like I couldn't even go near it as a really little kid. And I think as I got a little older, then I got curious. I was like, oh, what is this? You know, and you know that was it for me.
I think what's really interesting to me about it. I mean, obviously the book is amazing. It's super weird. I mean, I think King was at his probably most delirious when he wrote that book, and he was partying pretty hard because that book gets super weird. And it feels now like I'm 36. I have a kid. I have a wife. I have a family. I have all this stuff. Looking back at that and rereading the book and watching, you know, the second half of the miniseries and waiting for this new film to come out. It's one of those stories too that just like crosses your life. You know, you can play with it across the different pieces of your life, and I think that the second chapter even holds a really like resonant like space for me as well. But the first chapter was just so potent for all of us, and I think what'll be really interesting to see is how the newer stuff plays out. And now that we're all adults and looking back on childhood and, you know, facing the fears and anxieties and everything of adult life as really just big kids, it's pretty trippy. It's got a lot of context there.
So what y'all think of the new It?
Good question. I mean, I liked it. There were parts of it that I liked. There were parts of it I didn't like. I mean, you know, obviously, you can't replace nostalgia. So when you come into a film that is a new interpretation of a film that you grew up with that you love so much, I mean, those are big shoes to fill, and it's hard to match that. I thought there were things that they did really, really well. I liked the kids, and that kind of sealed it for me. I mean, if you didn't believe the kids, or if you didn't buy into what they were going through, then the rest of it kind of falls apart. Yeah. So there was a lot that I liked about it. Some things didn't connect as much, but
you're also older, right? You know,
for sure. Yeah. It's a different. Yeah, exactly.
It's a different experience. It's like watching Disney movies, you know, when you're older, like you see like, oh man, there was some dark stuff in the Disney movies, right? And it's kind of like, for me with it, the new one, the gentleman who wrote the first draft of the script and was attached to direct it, was also the same guy who did the first season of True Detective, which if you haven't watched it, watch it. It's amazing. And it's really like Lovecraftian, and it plays off of another author that I really like a lot named Thomas Ligotti. And he brings some super dark horror stuff to the table, and when I heard he was writing it and directing it, I was like, okay, this is the right person for the job. When Andy Muschietti ended up, you know, coming in and taking it over, I was a little, you know, concerned going into the film that it wasn't going to maintain it. Anybody who saw what they did to the Dark Tower will probably understand that they've had a history of ruining some Stephen King stories, but you know, I thought he stuck it, and it was a super cool movie. And so, speaking to John's point about, you know, it not sticking as hard, my 13-year-old daughter has seen it, the newer version and the older version, but, you know, the newer version, and it really played for her because you got like Finn Wolfhard in the gang and like all these kids that like speak the language that she speaks now and feel a little bit more current, and, you know, it's brighter, it's colorful, there's better technology. You know, it just plays better on screen for these kids. So the goal would be, I would think, as a filmmaker there, to try and convert a new generation to the horror religion. Yeah, definitely.
Because my nephews, they laugh at the old Pennywise when I show them. They like, right? They like, he's nothing compared to what we looking at. I'm like, man, you don't know what it did to me, so you can laugh all you want. It's funny to you now, but just imagine this back in like the days, man. This was like creepy as hell, man.
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
the thing that'll kind of piss you off.
Yeah,
It's
because
like
they
when-
laugh at it. I showed them. They like, that's not scary. I'm like, hey, watch your mouth, man. Shit.
He might come out after you when you're taking a shower.
Exactly, man. I'm like, man, I had
I don't even think
nightmares.
they do that anymore, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't even think they take showers at school anymore.
No,
They come home smelling. So it's like what? I mean, it's a totally different universe that we
man.
operate in now.
because
You know,
they
the
see
internet
so
changed
much horror stuff at the click of a button that's like that's nothing, man. I look at this, that's how they act about stuff now.
Yeah.
Oh, exactly. I mean, stuff like Walking Dead is on
Yeah,
TV.
man,
There wasn't
exactly.
anything like that,
No.
They don't know the pain of
They don't appreciate it.
trying to bootleg somebody's VCR,
Oh my god.
record it, or something like
and,
that.
and don't record over your mom's storage. Your ass getting a whooping.
That's right. Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a totally different world.
it's crazy. Oh man. So, what do y'all have coming out in the future, man? Are y'all going to do like something else like this, or were you just going to stick with Georgie?
Do you want to start it, Ryan?
Because we want to
Start
see.
solo?
Honestly,
first of all-
we want to see
Go
y'all
ahead.
bring it. We want to see some more from y'all because we loved it. Honestly, y'all need to
Oh,
do something
thanks,
else.
man.
That's really nice. Yeah, John and I meeting up and working on this I think we both, have talked about it privately that we're just like really, stoked to have found each other and work together. We work really well together as, writing, directing, producing team. And it's definite that we're going to do something else. And we kind of haven't totally announced our next project, but maybe we could here if you want to, John.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Guts exclusive.
Hey.
Sure. I mean, so we partially announced it, I guess. I mean, so
We announced a casting.
we announced the main casting. So Ryan and I are working on a new short film. We're planning on shooting in May of next year.
Nice.
And Clint Howard is going to star in it. I don't know if you guys know Clint. You'll know him if you see him. He's been in literally.
He's the ice cream man.
Ice Cream Man. He's Ron Howard's brother. He's been in
Oh,
everything.
yeah.
No doubt.
So he's signed on to be a part of it. He's going to star in as kind of our main antagonist.
Waterboy.
And
Yep.
yeah, Waterboy. I mean, you name it. I mean, he was in Apollo 13.
Yeah, he was in a
Backdrafts,
bunch of stuff.
Evil Speed.
He's in
yeah.
everything.
His IMDb page is
Joe Montana.
overwhelming. All kinds of stuff, man. Yeah, so he's going to star in it. It's going to be kind of a throwback to like kind of a subgenre of horror films that I miss, which is like, at least for me, growing up in the late 80s, 90s, like horror films that were made for kids in a way. So like PG-13 type stuff that we don't really see much anymore, which is like something I've been interested in for a while. So it's going to be.
Yeah, like Goosebumps. Are You Afraid of the Dark? That kind of
Yeah.
stuff, but a little more ratcheted up and a little bit darker and more surreal in the style of Georgie, because that's just how my brain works. But we're gonna play with that kind of Goosebumps and Are You Afraid of the Dark nostalgia. It's a pretty
yeah.
cool story.
That's awesome.
Are You Afraid of the Dark is like
Yeah,
Bible around here.
that was dope.
You're gonna love
So
this one.
that's what we're hoping for. We're hoping that this new short film is going to feel like an episode right out of the classic era of Are You Afraid of the Dark. So that's the plan.
Awesome. Dude.
Yeah, man. That's so.
Yeah.
Well, we are looking forward to it, man. Thank you
So,
guys.
are y'all in Seattle? Or y'all live in Seattle?
So I'm in Boston.
Okay.
Yeah, which makes collaborating with Ryan interesting. I'm on the other coast, so I'm up
So-
here in New England, up in Stephen King country.
Okay, so one of y'all a Seahawks fan then, right?
Nope. I'm
Okay.
from Texas.
Okay, thank you. I was about to say I'm really mad at you right now because y'all got your Davian Clowney.
And even though I'm from New England, I couldn't give a shit about Tom Brady. And the
Okay,
Patriots,
I was
just
about to
for
get
record,
mad at y'all.
so-
I say, man, y'all just got your Davion Clowney from us. Thanks a lot, guys.
Yeah, no, it's yeah. He's in Boston. I'm in Seattle, and so the last film we shot here in Seattle. The next film we're going to shoot out on the East Coast.
Oh, that's dope, man.
Yeah, it's fun to be able to play with the different locations and the different voices, and the story has some origins with John's early childhood, and we're just kind of playing with it. So it's going to have a very, New England feel to it.
Oh, that's cool,
So,
man.
Yeah, it'll be fun. And, I love those old movies, that had that vibe, especially the Stephen King stuff. Like, one of my favorite movies of Stephen King adaptations is Needful Things.
Oh yeah.
And so, like, you know, having that kind of small town New England vibe and being able to get into that, you know, universe is going to be super fun.
Yeah, that should be awesome, man.
Fellas, thank you so much.
Appreciate y'all, man, for y'all time, man.
Thanks,
y'all
guys.
so
Thanks
much,
for having
man.
us on. Seriously.
Yeah.
Take care of yourselves.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming on.
And definitely come back on when y'all do your thing.
Thank you for making Georgie.
Absolutely.
That shit is fucking awesome, man.
Yeah, man.
And
I'm glad you guys liked it.
Can't salute y'all enough for using creativity and using, you know, your brain to make something with no budget.
I love that.
Yeah, to make something with barely any budget and make it so fucking awesome. We appreciate that, man. And y'all keep fighting a good fight.
Killer. Thanks, guys.
All right, y'all. We'll tag you when the episode comes out. We have a bunch of backlog, so we have plenty of content to edit and get through them. But we'll tag you when it comes out. It should be a few weeks, 2-3 weeks.
Yes.
Oh, sounds good. Yeah, I'm on Instagram, so hit me on Instagram too.
You got it, man.
We got you, bro.
Hey, y'all, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate what y'all are doing.
Yeah, same, man. Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, homies. We'll talk to you soon.
Peace.
All right. See you. Be good.
We love horror movies, man. Horror movies are our life. You know, there's some horror goons.
I'm Zano the Busy.
Your boy ATX and Space Viking. Trying to figure shit out. This changed my life